Good afternoon to all of you. I'm Dr. B. Vijay Rao. I graduated from Medical College way back in 91 and then went to the United States and worked at the University of Buffalo in Buffalo, New York, and also at the University of Tennessee in Memphis, and also at Stanford University in California. I'm a faculty of the American Heart Association. I've been conducting these training programs in basic life support and advanced cardiovascular life support throughout the country. I'm presently working as faculty at Gandhi Medical College International Training Center, where I train junior doctors in the fields of basic life support and also in advanced cardiovascular life support. I've already given a demonstration of CPR in the earlier video. I request all of you to go through that video again. And CPR is a life-saving technique. Whenever a person collapses due to cardiac arrest, sudden cardiac arrest, the first thing for a lay person to do is to activate the local emergency room number. They can call the local emergency room number like 108 or the national emergency number like 112, or they can also call the local hospital emergency number, and then they should start doing the chest compressions. I've already demonstrated how to do the chest compressions in an earlier video. You can watch that video related to CPR. What I've demonstrated is layperson CPR, in which the first thing that you have to do when you find an unresponsive patient on the roadside is to activate the emergency room number. Then after activating the emergency room number, you start the chest compressions. You put the heel of the hand in the center of the chest, lower part of the breastbone, and start compressing at a speed of 100 to 120 per minute, be it adult, child or infant. And you compress to a depth of at least 5 centimeters in adults and not more than 6 centimeters. In the case of a child, you compress to a depth of about 5 centimeters, and in the case of an infant, you compress to a depth of about 4 centimeters. I know that it might be difficult to measure the depth of compressions, but the point is to go on doing the compressions continuously until the patient starts coughing, breathing, moving, talking, or until the pulse comes back, or until the ambulance people come onto the scene. And you do this, and if you do get fatigued or if you do get tired, you can take the help of another passerby or another bystander to do the compressions. And you keep doing this until the ambulance comes onto the scene. Once the ambulance comes onto the scene, the paramedics will do advanced measures like checking for a pulse and then endotracheal intubation and use of emergency cardiovascular care drugs. But that's all for the healthcare professionals like doctors, nurses, paramedics, and it's not for the lay people. Lay people or the lay community are concerned. They just need to activate the local emergency room number and then start doing the compressions. Now, how to do the compressions I have already demonstrated in the video, and I don't have to go through it again. Always remember, CPR is a life-saving skill, and if all of you are able to or trained in CPR, you can help save others' lives during a medical emergency. My mission is to train all the apartment dwellers in Hyderabad and Secunderabad in the field, in the techniques of cardiopulmonary resuscitation and also use of an AED, so that they can save their own lives during a cardiac arrest situation. If you do CPR and use an AED within the first 5-6 minutes of cardiac arrest, then the survival chances are close to 70 to 80%. The AED demonstration, I've already given an earlier video demonstration about how the AED works. Okay, this is called the heel of the hand. Whenever you come across a patient of cardiac arrest, first call the emergency number 108, or you call the national emergency number 112, or the local hospital emergency number. Call them and tell them about an unresponsive patient that you have found, and then start doing the chest compressions. This is called the heel of the hand. Place it in the center of the chest, lower part of the breastbone. Interlock the fingers with the fingers of the other hand. Make sure that your wrist, elbow and shoulder are in one straight line, and then start doing the compressions. You compress at a speed of 100 to 120 per minute to a depth of at least 5 centimeters and not more than 6 centimeters in the case of an adult, and about 5 centimeters in the case of a child, and about 4 centimeters in the case of an infant. About 4 centimeters in the case of an infant. Put your 2 fingers just below the internipple line and you do the compressions to a depth of about 4 centimeters. Remember, in adults it is at least 5 centimeters, not more than 6 centimeters. In the case of a child it is about 5 centimeters, and in the case of an infant it's about 4 centimeters. You keep doing this until the patient starts coughing, breathing, moving, talking, or until the ambulance comes onto the scene, or until you get fatigued. If you get fatigued or if you get call, if you get fatigue, call another person to carry on the CPR. So this is how you do it. And if you have amputated fingers or osteoarthritis, and if you can't interlock your fingers, support the hand this way and do the chest compression. So I thank the management of HiBiz TV for giving me this opportunity to talk to you about CPR and AED. Have a nice day. Thank you.